Fireball, fireball, fireball.
For the most part, the computer science to gaming concepts was not originally planned. It was mostly, we found a really good incentivizer for a lot of students that were more at risk for graduating and kind of found a way to help bring up their grades. And so really it was this chance for them to de-stress a little bit and relax and have some fun at school and not have to take things so seriously. But then also if they weren't passing all their classes, they didn't get that privilege and they had to turn it into a study hall. What Aiden and Christian did was something that they kind of went above and beyond what was expected of them. We had all of the underclassmen do Khan Academy for JavaScript, and Aiden burned through that faster than I've ever seen. Was done months ahead of the other students. 3 seniors that we had, they were working on Python, and so he kind of moved into that group and was working with them and kind of took on an extra language just for fun. And then they used Python to make the game.
Yeah, I think games have been a huge part of my life. Ever since I was very little, I've just been playing games. Played a lot of video games in my time. I played first-person shooters and puzzle games, and I don't think I really worried about how the game worked at that point. I think I was only worried about what the game was, the experience of the game, not what went into it. But now I'm more interested in what actually goes into game development.
We were kind of thinking about different capstone ideas for the semester, and so making a text-based game through Python was what we decided on. And they went through the whole game design process of they wrote out a flow chart of what would happen and the different options and everything. And so they kind of had that for reference, and then they slowly started making the game. They divvied it up into different portions and yeah, came out with a final product that was just a small inclusive game of just there's a few hallways, a few doors, a couple encounters that I won't spoil, but I was surprised we even got to do the gaming in here. That was something that I came to my principal about, and he was down to try it because he saw the benefits of getting a couple of those kids kind of the carrot on the stick. You know, there's a little bit of flexibility out here in small towns, especially for electives, of what can we get that is fun but still educational for the students. And so my job was kind of trying to find some ways that were educational. But just getting to see their passion for games, get to see them really excited about something, you really get to see how well they think when you start doing competitive games. A lot of them really like Super Smash Bros. And so there's a lot of strategy in that, right? And a lot of quick thinking and just knowledge of the game. There's a lot of data. There's like 80 characters or something, and they all have 30 different moves. And understanding the whole database of all the different options that are happening on the screen at the same time, that's a different type of thinking that we don't get to see in classes all the time, but it definitely correlates.
Words can paint a picture if they're written well, but getting the computer to be able to write those words in a way that you want it to write them can be difficult. The Python part of it was harder, I think, because of syntax. But I think just writing the words to the story is, descriptive language is easy if you have a picture in your head. I'm not sure how much more difficult making games at a professional level would be, but I think it might be interesting to try to go into that.
Giving them chances to do things independently, because especially in a small school like this, there's very limited schedule options, and a lot of those students don't get pathways like you would have for AP or IB at bigger schools. So we have to find other ways to help stimulate those students that want more, and especially the want to go to college and want to really push themselves, be engineers, things like that. We got to find ways to give them more without burning ourselves out. And so this has been kind of a fun way to get to do that.